The smartest way to buy an EV is to ask the technicians who actually have to fix them. Most mechanics hate electric vehicles because of unrepairable battery packs and glitchy wiring, but a select few models have earned their respect. Today, we are looking at 9 specific electric cars mechanics actually recommend because they are built to stay out of the shop. Number 9. BMW i4. The BMW i4 is the electric car that surprises mechanics because it breaks the stereotype that German luxury vehicles are maintenance nightmares waiting to happen. Starting at $59,000, the i4 is not cheap, but mechanics who work on electric vehicles consistently point to it as one of the most reliably built EVs currently on the road. Reddit threads and owner forums are filled with mechanics and technicians noting that the i4 scores among the highest reliability ratings of any electric vehicle, with one widely cited source calling it the most reliable EV in its data set. The reason comes down to engineering maturity. BMW built the i4 on a platform that shares architecture with the conventional 4 Series, which means the suspension, steering, and structural components benefit from decades of proven design and massive production volume. The electric drivetrain is BMW's own, not outsourced or cobbled together from a joint venture, and the integration between the motor, battery management system, and cooling architecture is tight and well-tested. The single rear motor produces 335 horsepower and delivers an EPA-estimated range of up to 301 miles, which is more than enough for daily driving and occasional road trips. Consumer Reports rates the i4's reliability as solid for an EV, and Edmunds notes 0 recalls on the 2026 model, which is a remarkable achievement for a vehicle in its 4th year of production. BMW provides a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty plus a separate 8-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty. Maintenance requirements are minimal, limited primarily to tire rotations, brake fluid checks, and cabin air filter replacements. Mechanics recommend the i4 because it combines genuine driving excitement with the kind of trouble-free ownership they rarely see in this price bracket. Number 8. A Ford Mustang Mach-E. The Ford Mustang Mach-E earns mechanic recommendations not because it is perfect, but because the things that matter most to long-term reliability are genuinely well-engineered. Starting at $39,000, the Mach-E has been on the road since 2021, giving mechanics several years of real-world data to evaluate how the vehicle holds up under daily use. Consumer Reports predicts about average reliability for the 2026 model, which may sound unremarkable until you consider that average reliability for an EV is significantly better than average reliability for a gasoline vehicle, simply because there are far fewer components that can fail. Kelley Blue Book estimates annual maintenance costs at $716, totaling around $3,500 over 5 years, which is modest for a vehicle in this class. The electric motor and battery system have proven durable, with no widespread reports of premature drivetrain failures or costly battery replacements outside of warranty coverage. Mechanics appreciate the Mach-E's straightforward construction. The suspension uses conventional components that are easy to inspect and inexpensive to replace. The brake pads last significantly longer than those on a gasoline vehicle, thanks to regenerative braking doing most of the deceleration work. Tire wear is the single largest recurring maintenance expense, and the Mach-E's weight distribution helps tires wear evenly when aligned properly. Ford's one-pedal driving system further reduces brake wear by allowing the driver to slow and stop without touching the brake pedal in most situations. The standard safety suite includes automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and lane keeping assist. Ford covers the Mach-E with a 3-year, 36,000-mile basic warranty and an 8-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty. Mechanics recommend it because it is proven, practical, and cheaper to maintain than it looks. Number 7. Nissan Leaf. The 2026 Nissan Leaf earns mechanic trust for the simplest reason possible. There is almost nothing on this car that can go wrong in ways that cost serious money to fix. Starting at $29,000, the Leaf is built with a philosophy of straightforward engineering that mechanics respect because it translates directly into lower repair bills and fewer surprise failures for owners. The electric motor has one moving assembly compared to the hundreds of reciprocating parts in a gasoline engine, which eliminates the vast majority of mechanical wear points that keep repair shops busy. There is no transmission to rebuild, no timing chain to stretch, no exhaust system to rust, no spark plugs to foul, and no engine oil to change. Nissan estimates minimal scheduled maintenance, limited primarily to tire rotations, brake inspections, and cabin air filter replacements. Kelley Blue Book projects annual maintenance costs of $792 over 5 years, but real-world owner reports suggest the actual out-of-pocket expense is often lower because regenerative braking extends brake pad life dramatically. The 303-mile EPA estimated range means the battery is rarely deep-cycled during normal daily use, which helps preserve long-term battery health. Nissan provides an 8-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty that covers degradation below a certain threshold, giving both owners and mechanics confidence that the most expensive component is protected. The e-pedal system reduces mechanical brake usage further by using the electric motor to decelerate the vehicle and recapture energy. Nissan Safety Shield 360 comes standard with automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. Mechanics recommend the Leaf because it represents the lowest risk, lowest cost electric vehicle ownership experience available in 2026. Number 6. Kia Niro EV. The Kia Niro EV is the electric car that mechanics recommend when someone wants maximum peace of mind at a reasonable price. Starting at $41,000, the Niro EV is a subcompact crossover with a 64 kilowatt-hour battery delivering an EPA-estimated 253 miles of range, which covers daily driving needs without stressing the battery through constant deep discharges that accelerate degradation over time. Kia Fargo specifically highlighted the Niro as one of the least expensive new cars to maintain in 2026, noting that the electric powertrain requires far less frequent scheduled service than any gasoline equivalent. The maintenance schedule is refreshingly simple. Tire rotations, brake fluid inspections, and cabin air filter replacements at regular intervals are essentially the entire list. There are no oil changes, no transmission fluid services, no spark plug replacements, and no drive belt inspections. The regenerative braking system handles most deceleration duties, which means the physical brake pads last dramatically longer than those on a conventional vehicle and may never need replacement during typical ownership. Kia's warranty coverage is the strongest argument mechanics make in favor of the Niro EV. The 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and 10-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty mean that the two most expensive potential repair categories are covered for a full decade. The 5-year, 60,000-mile basic warranty covers everything else during the critical early ownership period when manufacturing defects are most likely to surface. Smart cruise control with stop and go, and a full suite of standard safety features including automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and lane keeping assist round out a vehicle that mechanics see as a safe, low-maintenance, worry-free recommendation for anyone asking which EV to buy. Number 5. Chevrolet Equinox EV. The Chevrolet Equinox EV is the electric vehicle that mechanics recommend when someone wants a practical family SUV that will not generate unexpected repair bills. Starting at $34,995, the Equinox EV rides on General Motors' Ultium platform, which has been refined through multiple vehicle launches and benefits from the engineering resources of one of the world's largest automakers. Mechanics who service GM electric vehicles note that the Ultium drivetrain is well integrated and thoughtfully designed for serviceability, with accessible components and straightforward diagnostic procedures that reduce labor time when issues do arise. The 220 horsepower electric motor is smooth and reliable, with no widespread reports of premature failures or unusual wear patterns in the early ownership data. The battery management system carefully monitors cell temperatures and charging rates to protect long-term battery health, and GM backs it with an 8-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty that covers capacity degradation. Real-world range testing by Edmunds recorded 356 miles on a single charge, which indicates the powertrain is operating well within its design parameters during normal use rather than being pushed to its limits. That engineering margin translates directly into longevity. Maintenance costs are low by any standard. There are no oil changes, no transmission services, and brake pad replacements are rare thanks to regenerative braking handling most deceleration. Tire rotations and cabin air filter replacements are the primary recurring service items. Reddit owners report positive experiences with reliability, and the GM maintenance plan included with new purchases covers routine inspections during the early ownership period. Mechanics recommend the Equinox EV because it combines affordable pricing with the kind of engineering depth that only a major manufacturer can deliver. Number 4. Kia EV6. The Kia EV6 is the electric car that mechanics recommend when someone wants cutting-edge technology without the cutting-edge repair bills that usually come with it. Starting at $39,445 after a substantial price reduction for 2026, the EV6 features an 800-volt electrical architecture that is typically found only in vehicles costing twice as much. Mechanics initially had concerns about the complexity of the 800-volt system, but several years of real-world data have shown that the platform is robust, well-cooled, and designed for longevity. The ultra-fast charging capability means the battery spends less total time in the high-stress rapid charging state compared to slower charging competitors that need longer sessions to achieve the same result, which paradoxically reduces cumulative battery stress over the vehicle's lifetime. The single rear-mounted electric motor produces 225 horsepower and delivers up to 319 miles of EPA-estimated range, ensuring the battery is rarely depleted deeply during normal daily use. Mechanics note that batteries which routinely operate in the middle portion of their charge range degrade more slowly than those frequently pushed to the extremes. The maintenance schedule is minimal. Tire rotations, brake fluid checks, cabin air filter replacements, and occasional coolant system inspections. The regenerative braking system handles the vast majority of everyday deceleration, dramatically extending brake pad life and reducing one of the most common repair expenses on any vehicle. Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and 10-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty provide a full decade of coverage on the most expensive components, which gives mechanics confidence recommending the EV6 to customers who plan to keep their vehicle long-term. Reddit EV6 owners generally report positive reliability experiences, reinforcing what mechanics observe in their shops. Number 3. Chevrolet Bolt EV. The 2027 Chevrolet Bolt EV is the electric car that mechanics recommend more than almost any other, and the reason is beautifully simple. It is cheap to buy, cheap to run, and almost nothing goes wrong with it. Starting at $28,900, the Bolt is the least expensive new EV in America, and its lithium iron phosphate battery is the detail that makes mechanics particularly enthusiastic. LFP chemistry is inherently more thermally stable than the nickel-manganese cobalt batteries used in most competitors, which means a lower risk of thermal events and significantly better long-term cycle durability. Chevrolet actually recommends charging the Bolt's LFP battery to 100% on a regular basis, which eliminates the confusing partial charge management that other EVs require and simplifies ownership for people who just want to plug in and not think about it. The battery carries an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty, and early data from GM suggests the LFP cells retain capacity exceptionally well over thousands of charge cycles, which aligns with the broader industry experience that LFP packs are the most durable chemistry currently in mass production. The 210 horsepower electric motor is borrowed from the proven Equinox EV platform and has shown no concerning failure patterns. The front-wheel drive layout uses a single-speed reduction gear, which means there is essentially one moving drivetrain assembly compared to the thousands in a conventional automatic transmission. Mechanics recommend the Bolt because it represents the lowest-risk ownership proposition in the entire new car market, electric or otherwise. Number 2. Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is the electric car that mechanics recommend when someone wants the best overall ownership experience without overpaying or overthinking. Starting at $35,000 after Hyundai's aggressive 2026 price cuts, the Ioniq 5 has accumulated enough real-world ownership data for mechanics to confidently assess its long-term reliability, and the verdict is overwhelmingly positive. Facebook owner groups are filled with posts describing trouble-free ownership, with the most common reported issue being a 12-volt auxiliary battery replacement that Hyundai dealers handle quickly under warranty. RepairPal data shows an average annual repair cost of $468 for Hyundai vehicles overall, which is well below the industry average and reflects the brand's investment in quality engineering across its lineup. The 800-volt charging platform is a particular point of confidence among mechanics because it reduces the total time the battery spends under high-stress fast-charging conditions, which contributes to better long-term cell health. The maintenance schedule requires tire rotations and system inspections every 8,000 miles, with no oil changes, no transmission services, and no exhaust system work at any interval. Regenerative braking through the iPedal system handles most everyday deceleration, dramatically extending brake pad life and reducing one of the most common maintenance expenses. Hyundai's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty covers the electric motor and battery for an entire decade, which is the longest standard coverage in the industry and gives mechanics confidence that the manufacturer stands behind the product. The Ioniq 5 earned a top Safety Pick Plus rating from IIHS, and owner satisfaction remains consistently high across surveys and forums. Mechanics recommend the Ioniq 5 because it combines cutting-edge technology with proven durability at a price that respects the buyer's budget. Number 1. Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y sits at the top of this list because mechanics who work on electric vehicles overwhelmingly recognize it as the most proven, most refined, and most cost-effective EV to own over the long term. Starting at $39,000, the Model Y has been in mass production longer than virtually any other modern EV, and that production maturity translates directly into reliability. Tesla publishes its own maintenance cost data showing annual expenses between $316 and $643, and CarEdge estimates total maintenance and repair costs of just $3,977 over the first 10 years, which beats the industry average for luxury SUVs by a wide margin. The recommended maintenance schedule is remarkably sparse: cabin air filter replacement every 2 years, brake fluid testing every 4 years, tire rotations as needed, and air conditioning desiccant replacement every 4 to 6 years. That is essentially the entire list. The supercharger network provides the most reliable and widespread fast-charging infrastructure in North America, which means fewer roadside assistance calls related to range miscalculation. Over-the-air software updates fix bugs and improve performance without requiring a service appointment, which is something mechanics genuinely appreciate because it reduces the volume of minor complaints that waste everyone's time. Consumer Reports data based on surveys of over 380,000 owners rated the Model Y as one of the most reliable EVs in 2026. Mechanics recommend the Model Y because the data is clear, the track record is long, and the total cost of ownership is almost unbeatable. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.